Well, you know, you get the home side, and the home side kind of filled up. I said, okay, still got the visitor stands, and all of a sudden, I see a stream of folks walking around the other side of the field, and next thing I know, the visitor stands were full. I mean, it's crazy. There's excitement level here, which I thought it would get to, and now we got a little lull coming up, and then we'll get going again during the spring semester.
Here he goes. Big time. You know how it is.
My name is Malik Chevry. I'm the recruiting coordinator and defensive backs coach. I grew up in a military family, but I consider Powder Springs to be my home.
Hit square. Right here. Okay, we're doing angle tackle with the suit tackling the wheel. Oh, gotta get the clean wrap.
Yeah, so I do have the pleasure of coaching defensive backs. It's a different mentality to play that position, but in a situation where we have a year to develop, generally skilled kids can get away with playing away right now. It's interesting to see because there's guys that have, like you said, the qualities, like say fast 40 time and they look the part, and then there's guys that are just really good football players.
Good.
And then being at the Division II level, you kind of have a mix of those guys. Like, hey, this guy's a really good football player. We'll see how much he can grow. And then you have the guys that are great tools and great athletes, and you try to do our job as coaches and to develop them. I think the fun part of being able to get to know majority of these kids is to see who all will step up as leaders and kind of who we predict. Normal situation, a guy will walk in and he's a freshman, then he's got junior, senior leadership. But for these guys, it's just all freshmen. So you gotta find and recruit kids that kind of lead their friends in the right direction, especially with them being the same age.
Again, go to your right. Go to your right. Go to your right. Same guy going. Good. Hey, stay there on that side. Stay there on that side. Defense going. safety's on the numbers here. Okay, all I want here is Say that on me, 1, 2, 3. Shut up.
We're just really excited. I think we got a good foundation with our program, and just to see where we're at now with the progress of the building and to actually have players on campus. But it's really cool to see and be around the young men that are going to build our program.
Here we go.
All right, Will, your turn, right there.
Go. Oh. Huh? Yeah, throw it.
I have a notepad beside my desk that I wake up in the middle of the night and I have to write something down because something just hit my brain real quick. You can't go out there and just practice football every day. You got to be creative in things that you do. Some days we went out there and scrimmage. Some days we went out there in helmets only and just taught. So you got to be real creative in what you're doing. I thought we did a good job of that. In a typical football practice, you go out there and you do stretch, you do individual drills, then you do group drills, then you do team drills. And that's a typical football practice because that's the way it's going to be once you start game planning and have an opponent to play. But there was no opponent. And so some days we simply just flexed, had a 5-minute warm up, and we put the ball down and played football.
Wide out, guys. Wide out. Come on, Dixon! Hey! Tim, when I get pulled away, I got a robot back to the middle. Blood coming to you! Hey! All right, put the ball down.
I think the thing that most impressed me was the workmanship that they displayed on a daily basis. Because like I said, it can get old, but they came to work every day. And that's one of the reasons I really love coaching at this level. And I really thought that would happen, but they play for the love of the game. And I really enjoyed that competitiveness at practice. So I think them coming to work every day was the highlight for me.
That's Coach Strickland met with the quarterback. Everybody's on.
Well, I think the whole thing is very fluid in terms of we got in here a little later than we thought we would, and so the timeline, it had to shuffle those back a little bit. And then I think too, with the retention level of our players, some things we were able to speed up, and other things we kind of pushed back. And I think with a group of freshmen, we had to be more flexible than you probably would be with a normal group of players where you have seniors and juniors and so forth.
The variables of just never going through it before are interesting, but we've got a lot of guys, I think, that are going to be ready to play in year one that originally I think a lot of us thought on the defensive side of the football. And they're at each levels of the defense. We feel really good about 5 or 6 defensive linemen, feel pretty good about the second level of our defense, and feel pretty good about 5 or 6 guys on the back end of the defense. So that's unusual.
Coach Hickman and I work together on make sure the offense and the defensive schemes are going in every day so that our players are in the best positions to be able to perform. And so it's more about organization, and then you do it again in the spring. So.
Don't worry about him. He's blessed. Right there, man. Inside out. Kick out.
I think probably the most pleasant surprise is we didn't have a bad week. We had some bad days and we had some bad periods at practice, but by and large, our guys responded extremely well to hard coaching, hard conversations, and responded to a little bit of adversity when they were going through a little bit of the rigors of just the practice season. But if they came out and they kind of drug butt on Wednesday, and we challenged them in the meeting room that next Thursday, they showed some maturity.
I think he might play in the National Football League. You know where the Conference Player of the Year is playing right now from last year? He's playing at the University of South Carolina, starting, running all over the University of Tennessee. That's who you're playing in 11 months. I'm glad we got that guy. He's going to be the best defender on our team. You know why? Because when he's running that football, you know what's happening? We're over there sucking water and the wind's blowing. But there's going to be times, 65 snaps in the game, where somebody else is going to have a guy like that. And we got to get it down! Coming back to this, is it personal, and are you willing to strain? Some of us, we think we're running to the football. You're jogging. You got challenged yesterday. Some of you are getting challenged from an execution standpoint because you don't know what to do. Some of you are challenged because you're soft. The truth of the matter is, typically a game is won by the 45 calls in the game, where the offensive coordinator's got an okay call on, the defensive coordinator's got an okay call on, and it comes down to the 22 guys on the field, and can we get our 11 to play better than their 11? Our side of the ball, first thing it starts with is wanting to be a bad judge. Everybody got it? Yes, sir. All right, we need to be on the field.
Back up, guys.
I think from a performance standpoint, what you do is you take a group of kids and you coach them up, and I really felt like that we hit a home run on certain positions in recruiting, and there are other positions we're not quite as deep, and we'll have to fill those needs with our next recruiting class. Obviously, we didn't do a whole lot on weekends, but they lifted weights 4 days a week, and they went to study hall 3 days a week, and then they practiced 4 days a week. So they had a busy fall.
I got you, Cameron. You jumped off sides right there. Cameron, the only reason I call you out is you're the tallest one back there. Can't see nobody else. All right, fire here. Who's up? Who's up? Coach Martin, here we go.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day, thank you for this team, and thank you for this staff. Pray over all the players and GAs while they're going through the school, and I just hope that grades are high and everybody understands everything that needs to go on, and in Jesus' name you say amen.
Amen. Hey, y'all know how you pray for the GAs. He's in GA. He's in class too. I like it, Coach. All right, listen.
Bottom line, recruiting is the lifeblood of your program in college football. If you don't have good players, you're not going to be a very good coach. The thing about college football now, it's so year to year. We're looking for the right fit here at Anderson, and not just good players, but people that are quality individuals off the field, leaders, all those things.
Essentially, we did an unofficial game visit during homecoming. It's a great way for them to come on campus and kind of get a feel of what this place is like, especially on the one game day that we had this fall. And then starting in January is when we'll bring them for official visits. So we're feeling really well about some of the guys we're recruiting already. So I think we're ahead of schedule. And I think just part of us being a new program and then having beautiful facilities with Coach Lamb helps out with that a lot.
December and January are months that you can contact recruits face to face. Okay, so we'll be in homes, we'll be in schools, and just learning as much as we can about these young men. But prior to those 2 months, even during the fall, you got to recruit every day.
And when we start a team meeting, this is what we do, okay? We get in here, and I walk in, and I go AU, and you repeat Trojans out loud. That starts, it's like snap count, okay? That starts our meeting, and we hit the ground running. All right, ready? AU! Trojans! Oh, that's weak, man, that's weak. Maybe you like that. They're going to be running out to practice. AU! Trojans! Okay, that's much better.
The start of the cycle is really spring evaluation, so we're almost to the beginning of a new year. So when you're signing this class, you're already working on the next class as well. You're trying to manage not only recruiting high school players, but recruiting transfers. So once you sign the class in February, then it begins. Now we kind of close the book and we're moving along to the class that you'll sign the following February.
This is pivotal. In my opinion, January and February are the 2 months where you create your identity.
Oh, for sure. That's every day. Every day when you come into this weight room, you gotta have the mindset to be ready to attack the field and the weight room every single day. And we're gonna eat every time.
Yeah. Shoulder strong. Shoulder strong.
Very rarely as a strength coach will you get as long of a period as we've had. We've had 15 weeks to train uninterrupted. I think a lot of our guys were ready to go, and I think that speaks to how well we recruited. And I also think that speaks to how good high school coaches have gotten. And it's good for the profession now because people are starting to prioritize that because it's extremely important for performance and to keep a guys healthy. You got to be strong. You got to be strong to be healthy. You got to be strong to be durable. And you got to be strong to be fast. You got to be strong to produce power. So I don't think we had many guys that were far off. I mean, obviously we had a few, but they've adapted well and they've learned, and it's been great.
For 6 weeks, okay, 4 in January and 2 in February, we're going to create a system in the weight room and on the field through an agility circuit. So it comes into 2 areas. You want to get bigger and stronger, and then you want to get faster.
Brick squad.
Left. Right. Right.
What our offensive linemen and defensive linemen will do will be different. They play essentially in a box, so they've got to move mass but move it fast, but they're also pushing against outside forces. So we're just going to hammer in the winter. We're going to hammer strength, continue to get strong, but start incorporating some speed work. After that 6-week period, we'll go into spring ball. We're trying to try to peak speed, try to peak power, and get these guys ready to roll for SAC competition.
And this is where grit is a word where it comes into play during your identity, trying to create your identity, because there's no two ways about it. January and February are probably the two of the toughest months, because number one, you're in the weight room, you're also on the field doing mat drills, and mat drills are probably one of the toughest things. And we don't have an indoor here, so we're going to be outside, whether it's 32 degrees or it's 52 degrees. It's fun times, as we like to say, but that's why we call it the identity phase, because I think that's where we identify who's going to be ready to play and who's not.
5:30, 5:40 in the morning, below freezing, all right, but you got to do what you got to do. Every single day, show up, game 7 mentality, all right? It's do or die, and you attack every single day, because we got something for somebody come August, September, all right? You got me on that? Yeah. On that, we're going to run through some people. Got me? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Everything you do. Here we go. Hey, you. Run it out 20 yards. All right, listen up. All right, great job out here today, man. Great job. Obviously, we're starting to sprinkle a little football in, because next Tuesday we'll have our first practice, okay? We installed a lot today. We'll install the same stuff on Friday, and so it'll be a great carryover from the fall. So you new guys got to jump in there.
After that, we're going to start spring practice. Okay, at the NCAA Division I, Division II, it doesn't matter. They give you 15 days of practice time.
And I always say this, and my coaches hear me say this all the time. Plan your work, work your plan. Anything else, coaches? All right, come out! Right here, touch somebody, man. Thank you today. Thank you for the beauty of the sunrise coming up right now. We thank you for the opportunity to come out here and work and be a team. We ask you to be these young men as they go to class today and then compete in the classroom and compete in everything we do. Help us be intentional in everything that we set forth to do today. pressure and everything.
Amen.
All right, here we go. Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Team.